Hello, hello, hello. What's going on? You guys, there's like a random ladder. Let me move that. I'll be right back. How's everybody going? Do you know when you're like working on your calendar? I have those big wall calendars and I left my ladder out. Okay, so I literally climb up there because they're that big that I need to stand on the ladder to get all of October and November on the calendar. Are you guys ready for October and November? I feel like we're a couple days in and it's like, whoa. I always say my birthday's mid-October, and so is my youngest daughter's. And the minute we hit October, it is the next year because this time of year goes by so stinking fast. All right. Well, how you guys all doing? I hope you're awesome. We're live. So if you have questions or comments, jump in the chat and send them our way. I am going to go through some of the questions that I already received, and I just want you guys to keep them coming, okay? Yes? Sound good? Okay, cool. So the first question that we got today is, who is the standard for? So the standard, you guys, it's for you. It is literally my gift to you. It is my 20-year career in interior design wrapped up in a pretty little bow and put on a silver platter so that you can take it, grab it, and just put it right inside your design firm. So I have had so many incredible interior designers inside of the standard tell me that they have taken their business from a state of doing well, working their ass off, getting all the things done, to like being in plane. Do you guys know what that feels like? If you drive a stick or if you've ever driven a boat, I think about it on the boat all the time when you're like, you're like powering through to get up to speed, and then all of a sudden, boop, you hit plane. And you are literally skimming across the top of the water. And that's the difference between a business with the standard inside of it as its business backbone and a business that's just pushing that boulder up the hill, right? Just pushing as hard as you can, foot on the throttle. When you really experience an upgrade in your business and you experience a big upgrade in your life, you hit plane. And all of a sudden, everything is in flow. Things are happening with ease. Right? Do you guys ever get like that? That flow state where it happens all the time when you're working on a design, right? Because that is your zone of genius. That is what drew you to this career to begin with. So like where time doesn't exist, where, you have the good music on and you have your fabulous drink of choice and you are just rocking and everything is like, you're deep in the fabrics, you're deep in the CAD, you are just loving life. That is how the business side of your interior design business could also feel, where you are setting goals and making numbers and closing big, beautiful, kind whale clients, right? Make sense? Yes. So the standard is for interior designers who are looking to grow, that are looking to scale their business, that are looking to go from struggle to really being in a beautiful flow state with not only design side of the business, but also the business side of the business. Okay. All right. We have a question coming through. Mike asks, will your program adapt for a pool design firm? So I have to tell you, we have had all kinds of different design firms. If the truth is, we could probably say creative entrepreneurs that do project-based work, but that's a big old pile of words, right? We've had architects, landscape architects, even window treatment companies, definitely have had different kind of project-based creative outlets do the standard, and it absolutely works. The standard is really, it's the mindset across how to create a business that really meets your clients where they are, attracts the clients that you desire, whatever that is for you. I like a great, big, juicy, kind whale, very, very nice humans, big projects, big budgets. You might not find that you need to say kind because all your clients are just naturally kind. Or maybe you are totally attracted to quick and decisive people. Maybe I've had designers who I've worked with who their niche is bachelors. And, kind is probably in there, but it doesn't come up as the first thing. They want somebody who's decisive, wants to hand them the keys and let them do it, right? everyone's got their own niche. You bring whatever your niche is to the standard, you bring whatever it is that you design. So if you design pools, if you design, again, architecture, landscape, indoor, outdoor, any kind of project-based creative work where you could use some help with the structure. You could use some help making sure that all the experiences are totally high value, high touch with your clients, that you can make sure that you're priced right, right? We really talk about profit margins, pricing, setting up your firm to be profitable from the outset, right? With the intention of profitability as one of the core business baselines that come through the firm. It is also meat and potatoes is the systems and processes that allow you to go from, meeting a wonderful client, having great ideas, to fully actually completing execution all the way down to photography. So it is not just ideas, it is not just finances, it is the literal process of how to get from A to Z. All of the standard is editable. You can download it and make it your own. So again, if your design process goes deeper because every single item is custom, then you layer that in. If your design process is simpler because you don't even do procurement or you don't do anything custom, it's all like online shopping stuff, then you edit it down. You can take it as far as you want and make it your own. Okay, awesome. Very good. Okay, so what is in the interior design standard? Now, I know I said I gave you a bit of that, but just to make sure that I don't miss some of the highlights, right, you guys? It's every contract that I use inside of my design business. So it's my beloved client contract that I've used for years and years and years. A labor of love. I pulled over and completely reworked my business years ago and worked with an incredible business consultant, mindset coach, and my lawyer. And together we really think tanked exactly how this business could go, like white sheet of paper. What's the dream? What would we want to have happen if we just didn't think about any of the preconceived ideas? I didn't bring with me, what is typically done or what the industry, how it's always been, right? What if I had a clean sheet of paper and I just made a beautiful business? And that's what we did. So it's every agreement that is inside of that business, both client agreements and vendor and trade agreements. It is over 20 email templates to make sure that you are communicating at an absolutely 5-star way across the board. Again, you make it your own, you bring your own personality to it. It is the step-by-step process to go through a creative project, a project-based creative project, okay, from start to finish. What else is in there? Oh, we have a beautiful method to work best with vendors and trades and to make sure that, again, that your profitability is the heart and center of this business, right? It's the reason that we are in business, and don't just do this as a hobby, because you could just be in this industry and love it. But if you're a business and you want to be growing, then this is the kind of people that come to the standard, right? That really want to make sure that there's profitability and growth and goals and targets. And then we also have a huge amount of HR information. As I've grown my team, as I've learned all those lessons, hired amazing experts, brought in consultants, we literally hand you so much, from your employee handbook template to job postings, to onboarding, to our general HR structure and how we meet on what level of basis. I mean, we go deep in the HR direction because we have a great team and have been there and learned those lessons. So again, idea is, if I've learned the lesson, I'm going to try to figure out a way to make it a template that you can drop into your business. That is the goal. For you to take your business and move it leaps and bounds forward by not working with a mentor over time, not reading all the books and doing all the things yourself, but dropping this business backbone into your business and upgrading it across the board from tip to toe. Okay, we have another question. Christina B asks, hi, Christina, do we get to keep all the templates? Yes, you get to keep everything forever. So for as long as the standard exists, it is yours. It's lifetime access. So inside the standard, there are videos of me walking you through why we do it, how we do it. Then there are all those templates, those items that you can download into your business and make your own. as well as all the processes, all the stuff. And I give you lifetime access because some firms are 500 people deep and some firms are 2 people deep, and it takes them different amounts of time to implement, as well as there are some designers who come to the standard and they go through the information and they take what they can handle, right? Maybe they're one woman show or they're just getting started, and they take what they can handle and they execute up to that level, and then they grow, right? And then they take the standard again, they go back through it and they take another deeper plunge into it, right? Maybe this time they really start working on goal setting and regular meetings with the team, and just those checks and balances that really take a firm from, like I said before, from pushing that boulder up the hill to just like things are just rolling with ease. And that's about the good structure and all the good ways that you do things. So yeah, good stuff. Okay. Jennifer asks, how do these systems dovetail with the accounting end of the business? So the systems are set up that they lay over any good accounting. And I would say good accounting is really important. Making sure that you are, working with a system of an accountant, software, whatever it is, to make sure that your numbers are really firm. One thing that's so important is to know your numbers and understand them. A lot of small business owners really do need that bookkeeper role in their life to make sure that they are keeping track of all the things that are going on, and then have those regular meetings, have those touch points. Make sure that you are keeping an eye always on your bottom line and on your books, right? You need to be in the money. There's no other way to do it as a business owner, but I don't recommend that you're actually the accountant, because it is nice to have checks and balances. It's nice to have another set of eyes, and it's nice to have someone who's professionally trained to be a bookkeeper and or an accountant at the end of the year. So our systems and processes dovetail beautifully across whatever system you've got set up. It's nothing, we're not like specific to one thing or another where you would have to switch gears. Our members are over 500 members working in all different kinds of accounting software and systems, and the standard just dovetails right in. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Brooke asks, what systems do you use? Are they compatible with QuickBooks like Ivy House? So the truth is, the standard is about a little bit of tech, right? We all use different technologies to do just about everything these days. So we are going to work through, our templates are in Asana. Now, no matter what task management system that you have, or if you don't have one yet, you don't have to use Asana, but it is a wonderful platform that allows you to download those templates and really go through everything step by step. So if that is not your bag, you can still download that information and take it to whatever you use. So if you use a different kind of task management software, again, it's a cut and paste to move it out to whatever you use. If you use Asana, it's download right in. What else? It's not necessary for us to use the same design software or the same accounting software, because this is really the business backbone. So I could lay into whatever accounting, whatever platform, because this is the business structure behind it. Does that make sense? In addition, again, we're at over 500 members, and within that membership, we have all the little facets, right? The group that's using this, the group that's using that, and they find each other within our community and definitely talk through. There's a constant conversation happening in our member community about which is the best software to use right now. How do you do, who's doing procurement, who's doing accounting, how all of these things work. So that is a long-standing, beautiful debate, and I'd love to have you join us and come and join that debate. But we are able to use this business backbone inside of any software system. Awesome. Thank you. All right, you guys. What else do we need to talk about today? Will the standard help me sign my next client? I can say confidently yes, because what the standard does for your business is it gives you so much confidence and so much clarity around. A big part of our structure is how do you want your business to feel? How do you want it to be, right? Deciding ahead of time I'm going to, charge like this. I'm going to offer this many revisions. I'm going to have this many meetings. When you sit down and you make those decisions before you meet with a client and you clearly outline them, and then you can communicate beautifully your entire process and what the experience of working with your firm will be like to your client, that is gold. I've had so many clients say to me that my presentation, which in the standard, I give it to you completely editable, take it, make it your own. My sales presentation, which is called the House of Funk Experience, right? And it would be called after your firm. So the experience of working with me is so clear and it's so obvious what the expectations are, what they're going to get from me, how, when, how often, how much, all of it, right? So clear. And I've had so many clients say to me over the years, you are far and away the choice, because it's not, you have a beautiful portfolio, and so do a lot of the other designers in the area, but you are far and away so clearly much more organized. The numbers are going to be to a T. You're so confident about that. And the process is so clear. We know exactly when we're getting, and we know exactly when we're getting, and how it's going to go down, and what's going to happen, and how much it's going to cost, right? So I can say to you, if you join me in the standard and you use these principles and you speak with that level of confidence and clarity, you will win more projects. You will win the best clients out there shopping around in your local market, because you will be the one that not only has that beautiful aesthetic and not only has that gorgeous portfolio, but you have your shit together. And that is literally so appealing when someone is about to hand you hundreds of thousands of dollars to transform their home, right? You can be the most creative designer. You can have the most incredible eye, the most incredible aesthetic, right? You can have the best craftsmen making you custom everything, artisans, upholsterers, all the things. But if you don't like the business side, don't want to talk about numbers, it's not really my thing. What happens is the word on the street about your firm is, oh, her designs are beautiful, but she's really hard to work with. Because if they don't know what it's going to cost, when it's going to happen, how long it's going to take, what you need from them, when, all of that, it can become a real nightmare. Okay? People want to be educated. They need to know, because when somebody comes to you, you're supposed to be their expert. You're the one who's supposed to lead them through the process of interior design, right? So when they come to you and you don't lead, and you take I don't know how you want to do it, or okay, well, I'll call you as soon as the design is done. When will that be? Who knows? So then they're having anxiety, the time bills are rolling in. It is a bad scene. I know. I played there for a while. It was not good. No one likes it, by the way. No one, no one, no one. So yes, when you get your shit together at a level that matches your design aesthetic, now you start to choose the clients, right? Instead of you going to potential client meetings, selling yourself and hoping to get the job, all of a sudden you are interviewing them if you're going to be interested in taking on their project. When that flip happens, that's when you get to pick out kind whales, right? That's when the joy comes back. When they feel lucky that they got in with you, when they feel appreciative or gratitude that you took on their project, how does that set the tone for that entire relationship going forward? It's beautiful, right? So that is how I want you to be thinking about your clients. That first couple of meetings are the dance. It's you're dating. You're trying to decide if you're in, and they're trying to decide if you're it, right? So instead of just one way sales and one way feeling like you're just going to take on every single project that walks through your door, when you get to this level of confidence and clarity and great pricing, right? Good, profitable business, then you start to really pick and choose the next project that you'll decide to take on. And that's what I want for you. Okay. Linda asks, is this an in-person program? I'm in another state. No, this is all online. So the standard is it's videos and it's templates, and it is 6 weeks of modules that come out, 6 modules once a week. And then we also have an incredible bonus that you can be a part of our member community. And we have more bonuses, which are Zoom community calls. So we get together via Zoom at least 3 times in the midst of those modules kind of unrolling so that we can check in with you, make sure everything is cool, get to know one another as we all go through it together and really introduce each other to the community. So that is an incredible experience. So you'll get in-person time like this where I'll be live and we'll be chatting. You'll also get that content that is yours for life. So for the life of the standard, you have access, lifetime access to the program, which is amazing because it's not only wonderful to go back and refresh yourself and your team, it's also incredible to train a new team member with the standard because it's a great like first week activity for them to do a module a day. You know, while you're still trying to run a business and train someone, it's the perfect thing to keep them going and get them kind of up to speed on how things are done. Yes, so good. All right. So Brooke asks, do you touch on websites and social media in the course? So I do not. So again, this is business backbone, and it really takes you from potential client calling the first time, walking through the door, reaching out to you, you know, however they reach out, all the way to that final photography, you know, gift at the end of the project. That is what the standard handles. We do not touch on the marketing that gets you that client. But what we do work through is having a firm that is so put together and so efficient, beautiful, client-centric, like really, really puts a ton of emphasis on the client experience, that your firm will naturally become a referral machine, and it will be repeat clients and referrals all over the place because you will just be upping your game. Again, my idea is that you take your gorgeous aesthetic, your beautiful design abilities, and you bring your business acumen up to that same level. And the standard really has done that for hundreds of designers, and I'd love to see what it does for your business too. Alrighty. So another question I have is, can I purchase just parts of the standard? And the truth is, it's not set up that way. I tried. So back in the day when I pulled over and really got my business straightened out and spent the time and did all the work, right? I was going to design conferences and running into friends, and they were like, oh my gosh, wait, that sounds amazing. Can you send me a copy of your design agreement? And I'd be like, well, sure, but it talks about a flat fee, but you really got to know, you got to really use the flat fee calculator to get to the flat fee so that you know that you're going to be profitable in the end. And the only way to really make sure that you're profitable is if you also have the process that goes with this, because that's the container. You know, you set up all these parameters and boundaries and expectations in the design agreement, but then you really need the process to make sure that you actually do this efficiently so that you actually can be profitable. Like it all threads together, right? So that is why I created the standard, because I didn't want it to just be my little firm just getting all the benefit of all this work that we did to figure this out. So we put together the standard so that you could see how it all threads together. And we have a really great alumni video snip where Julianne is saying, and you see it in the potential client meeting, and then you see it again in the design agreement, and then you see it again in the confirmation of the upcoming conceptual design meeting, and then you see it again in the follow-up email that goes out saying like, hey, we need your 1 round of revisions in the conceptual design meeting. And it really does thread that level of together. Like there's no place where those expectations, meeting and exceeding them, or creating boundaries for profitability and for better client relationships, like those are carried all the way through the entire standard. And they're carried through every single project that I do to make sure that everyone knows exactly what's expected of them next and exactly when they're going to hear from me next and how this is going to go down. And that mitigates 999 problems inside of your design firm when everyone knows exactly what's coming next and what is happening. And then on the inside of your firm, you go from kind of showing up at your desk and going, oh, I gotta to, you know, an organized clarity on exactly what happens today. What is the next step in this process? And then if you're ready to be able to clarify and delegate out those tasks because you know exactly what's going to happen next. that is when you start to really scale, right? When you can either work so efficiently on your own or start to delegate and move things off your list and have those little helpers helping out. Okay. And all right, I think that's it for those. Okay. Does the standard work for new designers? Hell yes. So the standard is amazing for new designers. What we have found is that, again, if you're growth oriented, if you're looking to grow over time and really build a business that works on beautiful, big, beautiful projects, right? And really, you want to do it right the first time. You want to get it all set up right from the beginning. Then the standard is definitely for you. We have so many designers who are, career change or new to their own business and are setting it up right at the very beginning. We had a conversation the other day about, do you wait for your first client or do you get the standard, right? Like chicken or the egg. And if you are setting up a business and just the way that you would set up your website and set up your social media accounts to get the marketing drum going, I would set up the standard and get your business right from the beginning. You never know when your ideal client is going to walk through the door. And I'd hate for you to kind of be like practicing on them if they have an amazing referral base or they could turn into a really long-term client. I'd rather see you set it up right from the beginning and make sure that you knock their socks off right out of the gate. Because again, you never know when your ideal client's going to call. And it would be amazing if your firm was ready to rock when they do call, right? Yes. All right. More questions going on. Let's see. I've covered so many of these because I just was talking. We have another question. Here we go. What are your thoughts about selling wholesale under retail, but not sharing pricing so that the client still feels like they're getting some sort of preferred pricing? Okay, I have a lot of thoughts about this. Happy that you opened up this can of worms. So basically, I would highly recommend opening trade accounts, working with to the trade vendors and salespeople and markets, right? Go to High Point Market if you can. If you can't, shop it virtually, right? Go to the High Point Market vendor list and start to go to those websites, start to reach out, do the contact me page, go find to the trade only sources, and then price those so that you are profitable with a healthy profit margin. Now, that is number one. Number two, if you are working with a vendor to the trade who does have a suggested retail price, MSRP list, whatever you want to call it, then that is the price that I sell at. So reasonable retail is how I word that in my design agreement. And what that means is I want you to actually make the money that was intended for you, right? A trade discount or a design discount was meant for the trade person, you, or the designer, you. It was to reward you for your loyalty and repeat business, right? And it's a means to which you can turn this business into a profitable business. So no, I never split the discount. I never give the discount conversation at all. I also intentionally want to work with big, beautiful projects with big, beautiful budgets. So for me, my ideal client is luxury. They are a higher end luxury client. And so the word discount or splitting discounts or sharing discounts is often a turnoff, right? They book first class tickets, they go to 5-star hotels, they buy the purse with the big label on it. They're not discount shoppers. They're people who want to have incredible experiences and know where their value lies, right? So that, I think it's a slippery slope when you start playing the discount game, that then they're looking for a deal. And you know what? I am not a coupon, right? Say it with me, people. I am not a coupon. Like, the idea that someone would work with me to get better pricing makes me an instrument for them to be wheeling and dealing. And that is just not the case, right? I consider myself an expert, someone with specialized skills in interior design. As you know, interior design is not an easy field. You need to know a little about electrical, plumbing, upholstery, case goods, spatial design, fabrics, colors. I could keep going. You know, I could. So stop undercutting yourself and treating yourself like a coupon. Our industry is so detailed and so big. Please treat yourself like the expert that you are. Stop playing small. Stop pretending like you need to offer a discount and start owning your expertise. You are the master of your craft. You transform homes from meh to beautiful, functional, well laid out, right? Every chair has a light, a throw pillow, and a place to put down a drink. This is how thoughtful you are. So when we play that small game, we don't end up having the best possible clients for us, and we don't end up having an appropriate amount of profits for us either. So I go into this more and more and more inside the standard and exactly how to execute that, exactly how to use the flat fee calculator, the profit margins that are recommended and targeted, how to make sure you're getting to those. And we even do what we call wealth manifestation instead of a budget. I find the word budget very restrictive, but commonplace, it is the word to use. But yes, we're really looking at manifesting wealth through our design business. And why not? You didn't go into business for yourself to be slaving away for very little, did you? You could obviously go get a job working for someone else. There's 1,000 jobs out there right now. But if you've decided to take on business ownership and being your own name on the door, then please own your expertise and definitely stop giving away discounts and games and playing. It's you're better than that. You are better than that. Okay. Jennifer says, just launched my LLC in July. Congratulations. And absolutely signing up, ready to rock. Oh my gosh, Jennifer, I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see you, your business, and how it all transforms. So very, very excited. I think you just took 10 years off of your long-term business trajectory of where you're going to be 1 year from now compared to where you would be 10 years if you just kind of did all the trial and error, did it all yourself, slogged away. I really, really am excited for you to take this catapult forward. So exciting. All right, y'all. Okay, we have another question. Does this work for firms who do mostly new builds? Yes. So we talked about earlier, the standard can work for anyone doing a creative project in a like a creative project-based work. So all the designers work within this realm, and we do have the occasional architect, window treatment purveyor, online design only, new build only. We have all kinds of layers of designers. Our community is well over 500 strong. Within that community, you'll find people from over 17 countries. You'll find little subgroups of Canadian designers or designers who use this software or designers who do this kind of design or regionally even. So the community is incredible and strong, and they make me smile every day at all the conversations happening from, hey, can you guys help me find this rug, to I'm walking into this next presentation. Here's what I'm pitching. What do you think? And they get the never ending hurrahs and you got this. And, you got this, do it. So supportive, really, really happy to share, just a really beautiful community, but you'll find all kinds of designers inside, all shape and size, which we love. When do we start the standard? Right freaking now. Like literally go to interiordesignstandard.com, check out, and you can start module not run, right this second, like this very moment. Module 1 is live because man, oh man, if you have people checking out and they don't get something right away, it is not good. So it's ready for you right this second. Dive into module 1, and then we just keep dropping mods week after week after week. And then we're going to check in with you live. We're going to do some Zoom calls, make sure everything is working and running. And my incredible team of customer service people are going to be there to help you through it every step of the way, of course, including me. But yes, we are there. We are there now. So go get in there. Today is the day. All right, we have another question. Do we offer payment plans? We do not. We tried that once and it didn't bring us joy or efficiency. So we decided we were done with that because, joy and efficiency are big. No, the truth is payment plans, to run them, the administrative costs and the risks that you take on with it, we had to charge a percentage, right? To to cover all of the additional administrative costs and all the accounting and everything that goes into it. By the time we did that, we couldn't charge as little as today's credit card rates, right? So it just doesn't make any sense for us to go through all that rigmarole. Again, not efficient, not joyful. So much more paperwork. And the truth is, you could put it on a credit card and pay it off for less than what our processing fees were to do that payment plan. So we have opted not to do a payment plan. That is our joyful, efficient way of handling it. But again, like I said, I couldn't do it for less than what a normal credit card fee would cost. So my suggestion is to do it on your credit card and pay it off over time in the same time that you would a payment plan, because the fees are similar. Actually, the fees are less than what a payment plan would have cost us, which we had to pass on. Okay, so what type of support is offered? So amazing support. We have an incredible vault filled to the gills of all the conversations, like the most important questions over the last couple of years with our hundreds and hundreds of designers. That is always yours at your fingertips. We have our customer service team. There is, you can always get in touch with us and you will get a response in a timely manner. They are incredible. Say hi to everyone. Hello, ladies. And then, of course, those 3 community Zoom calls. So at least 3 times we're going to get on there together and chat through how are you doing, what's happening, where are you stuck, and unstick you. And then our real meat and potatoes is that standard community. So you'll get to know the other designers who are going through the standard with you at the same time next week, right? When we're all there together. And you will be able to start to find an affiliate group. I'm sorry, not affiliate. What is it called? When you make sure you're doing it good. Anyway, you'll get connected with other designers as you go through the standard to kind of like bounce ideas off each other. Make sure that you downloaded the next thing, accountability partner. So we will help you find an accountability partner, somebody that you can kind of like, maybe they are similar in size with years in business, but they're across the country. So you're not competitors and you can share every little juicy detail about what you're doing to level up. Or maybe they're right in your community because you're going to get together at the coffee shop once a week and devour the next module as it drops. Like, you do you, right? You decide if you'd rather work with somebody across the country that you'll never bid on the same job for, or that you can sit and meet with and chat in person. So, and then of course around the world and all of the things. But so yes, it's going to be good. And you've got tons of support. I mean, no designer left behind ever. The whole point of this was so that we could see our industry improve one design firm at a time. And so we are committed to helping you succeed and to have the standard really lift your business up. That is the goal. That's the whole goal, right? Okay, awesome. How long does it last? So the standard goes on forever. You guys, lifetime access is yours. And again, you'll take the standard and then you might circle back to it next year and it's deeper, right? And you'll take it to another level, or you'll dig deeper into the HR module, or maybe you'll tackle vendor and trade relationships and really go after those deeper discounts and those better relationships. So the standard is always yours because it's also living and breathing, right? The standard always keeps improving. As we come across something better, refine something, clarify something, dig a little deeper on something, because we're always learning and growing, we then bring it to the standard. And every time we launch the standard, when we make improvements, we share that information across all standard members. The new ones, the other ones, all of them. So yes, the standard is yours forever. There are 6 modules and they drop once a week. So the initial content is in your hands about 6 weeks after you sign up. Cool? All right. Will the standard increase my profitability? So now I can't promise you that it will because my lawyer would kill me, but there is an incredible amount of evidence from our standard members that they are having incredible results from the standard. So I've heard more times than I can count that they have 10 times made their money back on the standard. I was at a cocktail party in High Point. I don't know when, months ago, obviously. And a standard member scooched by and she like nudged me on the shoulder and she said, I hit $1 million in revenue. And I was like, oh, and she was like, with a 50% profit margin. And I was like that is the pride. And that is the, the level of it's so joyful to really see your business change how your family goes on vacation, change how stressed out your husband is at work, right? It's incredible to watch designers who have the talent and they have the drive and they absolutely want it when they're given the tools and they have the ability to kind of see into the back room and get that like little aha moment that took me 20 years to get, right? It took me however long, and all the lessons I learned over my career, they're all in there to give you this just humongous boost forward. And that's the goal, right? That's the whole idea, is that instead of me coming to these decisions and coming to these hard lessons and always every lesson, no matter how painful, is there's growth at the end of it. Every single time that we have a difficult situation or we make a mistake, there's growth available to us if we're open to it. And holy mackerel, we made a lot of mistakes and we had a lot of tough conversations and we had a lot of lessons along the way. And the thing that I thank God that we did is that we always went back to the drawing board and said, okay, what can we do to not make that never happen again? Again and again and again. And that's what the standard is. It is over 15 years in business myself, 20 years in the industry, finance degree, business process consultant background. And then I hired all the experts because I needed to see the forest of the trees later in my business when I was kind of stuck in a rut of how it's always done. Really think tanked my business from top to bottom, inside out. What if, white sheet of paper, not preconceived ideas, not how it's always been done. What if this was a beautiful business in flow? How would it look top to bottom? And then when I started running my business like this, flow, right? Totally in flow. Everything is just cranking, like just beautiful. And that's the dream, that we get into flow and that running our business is as beautiful as the designs that we create. Okay, I think that's our last questions, everybody. Anything else? Okay. When does enrollment close? You guys, enrollment closes tomorrow. Say it with me. Tomorrow. So please don't let this one pass you by. Don't tell yourself that you'll do it next time. The time is right now. This is the perfect time to work on your business, to really dig in, to make it flow and profitable and clear and an incredible experience for your clients right now. One of the biggest things I hear from Interior Design Standard members is that they just wish they'd done it sooner. They get through those first couple of modules. They have a couple of client meetings with this new program, a couple of client interactions, and they're often just kicking themselves that they didn't jump in when they first heard about it or blah, blah, blah. They're like, I could have been sleeping through the night. I could have been making this amazing money 6 months ago if only I had just done it, right? So don't sit on your hands. If this is calling to you, if this speaks to you, if it's time for your business to take a humongous leapfrog forward, then do it right now. Make this your Christmas wish list gift for yourself a little early, right? By Christmas, you will be rocking. You will be implementing, you will be in flow, your business will be looking beautiful, and you'll actually be spending some nice quality time with your family. So the time is right now. I will see you inside. I want you to head over to interiordesignstandard.com. There is so much information over there, so much for you to kind of crunch on and read through and look at. And reach out to us if you have any questions at all, any concerns, if this is a fit for you or how this will affect your business. Reach out. You can DM me, you can email. I'm sure there's a method in the madness for all of them, but we are checking all channels, and so we would love to hear from you. All right, everybody, I think that's it. I will see you soon, and for those of you joining me, I cannot wait to see you inside the Standard, and I hope you'll also join us for our community party. All right, guys, have a wonderful time. Thank you.